Hi there, students. This is one of my all-time favorite intro models to make and show because there are just so many ways this could be done. And I'm going to show you a few of the ways now. So what we have here is we have a hollow box, and this is the top view, the front view, and the right view. And you can see here we have symmetry all over the place. So from the top, the left, and the right, top and bottom are symmetrical. Same for the front face, same for the right face. So nothing strange here. We have the outer edges of the box. If we look at it from the top, this side over here is 50, and this side over here is 75. The wall thickness all the way around here is 3. And we know that this wall thickness is 3 here on the left and also on the right because we have this center line symmetry. Everything on the left is exactly mirrored on the right. And the same is true down here on the bottom. We have 3 millimeters wall thickness here and 3 millimeters here. We know it's millimeters because we're in millimeter units down here. This box is made out of aluminum 1060, whose density is 2700. The unique thing about this is, however, is that the bottom is not the same wall thickness. It's not 3 all the way around. We can't use a shell and be done with it. We have to think about it. The bottom has a thickness of 8. Okay? All right, so I'm going to move this drawing over to my right, over to my other monitor. You could take a screenshot if you don't have one of these at home, or if you don't have my textbook or the drawing at home, okay, or on your phone or whatever. So that's been moved, and now this is the box. And what I want to show you, this is a cool little trick. If you want to see what's on the inside of the box, this is a part that I made, before the video. So if I right click on this face, or any face really, I can go down to section view. And that allows me to push this guy back, and I can see all of the sections. I can see what it looks like if we took slices. Okay. And if I like that, I can let that go like so. And if I click on this wall and then rotate and click on the outside wall, it will tell me that the parallel distance, or that thickness, is 3 millimeters. Press the space bar or click in the black area. Click on this wall here, or click on that back wall. You could also see it's 3. Okay, space bar to clear, and then click on that face and click on that face, and you'll see that that's 8. Anyway, that's just a kind of a cool way of showing the inside of a part. So when you're done with it, you can right click on that face and say turn off section view. There it is. All right, so let's see how many ways we can make this. One thing we didn't discuss is which face we're going to draw on. Okay, so it looks like the best is the top view because these dimensions are none of them are in parentheses, which means that this is a driven dimension. This is also, but we don't need to know this because we already know it. Like if I didn't give you this 75 here in parentheses, you would be fine because you know that that edge and that edge are the same. The same is true with the 50 here. It's handy, it's helpful, especially for a beginner, especially for a level 3 model, but these in parentheses we don't actually need to show because they're given other places. These in parentheses are redundant. Okay, so let's draw an outside box 75 by 50. We'll do it on the top plane, and then we'll extrude it up 25. Okay, that sounds like one way that we might do that. Okay, so top plane, Shift S to create the sketch, N to get normal, P to hide the plane, R to be a center point rectangle. We're going to go off that center. We click and drag, we type 75, hit enter, we type 50 and hit enter, and there's our box. We're going to do Shift E to go straight into extrude, and it's already extruded 25, and we can see that if we just rotate like so. So our box is made. Now, how do we make it hollow? I'm going to show you a cool tool that you may not you may not know about. So this is kind of the fast way to do it. I think this is the fast way. And I'll show you kind of the slower beginner method after this. But I have my box and I want to shell it out. I want to make it a hollow box. So I'm going to use the shell command here. Okay. If you don't see it on your menu, you can always come over here to the search tools and type shell, and it will highlight it for you right there. Or you can just jump to here and it will just open it for you as well. So here, the face to remove is this top face. I'm looking at the top here. So I want to remove that face, and look at that. Boom. It is just done for you. It's made really cool. And the shell thickness is wrong. We need to change this to 3. Hit enter, and there is our box. And it looks like we're done. However, if we do a little section view, you can see that it's 3 all the way around, 3 millimeters wall thickness all the way around. And we need that bottom to be 8. We need that bottom to be 8. So again, lots of ways to do this. Probably a beginner, or really anybody might do it this way. You click on that face and let's extrude it. Let's pull it up. Okay. So we're going to extrude that face, and it's coming up 25. No. We just want it to be 5 because the wall thickness is 3 and we want it to be 8. So 5 plus 3 is 8. So that's why we do 5. And that's it right there. So we just moved it up 5. Let's look at the section view, and boom, there it is. 8 once again. Okay. So that's one way to do it. I'm going to take this extrusion, I'm going to throw it underneath this rollback bar, which gets rid of it. Okay. It's still there, but it's not part of the model. If I wanted to, move something and try something else, I can move it down there. If I wanted to put it back, it's there, and then the bottom wall gets thick again. So I'm just going to pull it back to there. There's another tool that's kind of handy, and that is the move face. Okay, move face, which is right here. If you don't see it, you can come up here to the search and say move face. So the move face tool is here, and it's basically asking you, what face do you want to move? I want to move this face right there. Okay, and the default is 5 millimeters. It's we say okie dokie. Okay, and now if we do a little section view, boom, you can see now we got a thick wall on the bottom. So that's another way to do it. Extrude or move face, both are basically doing the same thing. Okay, so that is kind of a quick way to make that model. Let's do another part studio, and let's see. Oh, actually, let's go back. Let's finish it. So we know, let's see here, what is that part made of? It's made of aluminum. So let's finish that. Let's go to make sure we get it right. Let's assign the material. Okay. And I want my students to use the PCR custom materials library, my library. And if you don't have that, you can look up here. The card will tell you how to do that. And so I want aluminum 1060. Yep. So I click OK, click on the box, click on the part, and it's 113.77. Let's move our drawing back to this window here. 113.77. Yay, we got it right. Okay, so that's done. And also from that title bar, we can also change the color, change the appearance. So down here it was 87, 198. So I can just 87 tab 198 tab 189. And now we have the same color. Oh, there it is. It's that little guy right there. Okay. All right. So let's make it a different way. Let's make it a way that maybe a beginner might make it. Again, probably from the top. Sketch, Shift S to make the sketch, N to get normal, P to hide the plane, R for a rectangle. And this was 75 by 50. So that was the same. Let's extrude that 25. And that's probably the same. This is exactly how I made it before. Now, if you didn't know about the shell command, obviously you couldn't use it. So how can we get that top box? So or how can we get that face on the top to be removed, to be pushed down? Well, let's come here to the top face. Let's make a new sketch on the top face. New sketch, Shift S, and to get normal. And now I'm going to make another rectangle. Boom, boom, like this. Okay. And maybe I don't want to do the math. Maybe I can't, maybe I keep forgetting to subtract 6 from this because we have to subtract 6 and not 3. And maybe math isn't your thing. No big deal. This is, so we've got our rectangle, and notice it's blue, which means it's not fully constrained. So I'm going to press Escape, and then you can see that I can grab any of these edges here and I can move it because the box is not constrained. It's not fixed. So I'm going to choose D, or come up here for the dimension tool, and I know that this and this, that wall thickness has to be 3. Boom. And now this is a little tricky. This is neat. So you see how these side pieces kind of went too far. So if I do this and this, and I say, hey, that's 3, it's going to think I want to go out even more. Okay. So I'm going to press Escape, click on that dimension, kill that dimension there. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this blue and I'm just going to kind of move it into the interior of the box. And then I'll repeat it. I'll do D, and I'll click here and here, and that is 3. Okay, notice that this is now all white, which means it's fully constrained. Let me switch it over to what you would see. You would see something like this. You would see all black. Okay, so that's one way to make that little top rectangle. Let me show you this. So if we have it extending out like this, I can use the D dimension tool to do this. And instead of typing 3, I can type -3. And that just goes in the opposite direction. So 6 of one, half a dozen another. Okay, so that will give us our top box. And then here, now what we can do is we can extrude. It's trying to make it come up. We want to go to remove. And maybe my math is not great again, and I want to go down, this edge is 25, and I want to go down 25 minus 8. So I could do that in my head. I can pull out a calculator, or I can let Onshape do that. 25 minus 8, hit enter, okay, and you can see there's an equation there. And if I hit enter again, there it is. It's gone down that distance. So if we click on that line, you can see it's 17. And 17 plus 8 is 25, so the math is done properly. So that's one way to do it, is just to kind of, extrude it down. I am going to take this extrusion and pop down here. I'm going to take this sketch and pull it down here as well. So now we're back to just the original block. The sketch method works great. You can draw a rectangle and dimension the side. That's very intuitive. It's also very slow. So if you're not going to use the shell command, then the command I might want to recommend is the offset command. Okay, so I'm going to click on this top face, Shift S to create a sketch, N to get normal to, and then I'm going to choose the O. I'm going to press O or choose the offset button. Okay, so the offset button, I can do the offset line by line by line by line. Okay, and it looks like it's coming out 5. I can grab this arrow and bring it in. I don't have to get it just right. I can click, see how that my mouse is trying to tell me, hey, click that left mouse button, follow my directions. So I click the left mouse button, then it tells me how thick do we want the offset to be. I click 3, hit enter, and now the offset all the way around is 3. Click okie dokie, and now I can take this and extrude it, and I can remove it again all the way down like we did before. Okay, cool. One more thing here. Let's get back into the sketch. Maybe I don't want to do the offset like that. So I'm going to press M to cut, to trim, M to trim, and now that's gone. I'm going to use the offset again one more time. Instead of clicking side by side by side, I'm just going to click on the whole face. Boop. Now, because it's a face, it thinks, oh, that person wants us to go on the inside. Again, it's begging us to click on that left mouse button, and then we just type 3, boom, done. So that's a really fast way to use the offset. And then click OK, and once again, we can use the extrusion to go 17, but we need to remove it 17, just like that. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Pretty handy. Lots of little tricks there. I hope you learned something. Give me a like if you did. If you want to see more things like this, let me know. And y'all have a great day.